Welcome to Joe Stunner Boxing. Troy Williamson of Darlington in County Durham. No one's ever given him anything. He's earned everything he's got. And that includes a fantastic victory earlier today over Mark Dickinson. Williamson becomes the English champion at super middleweight. He was previously British champion at super welterweight. So he's moved up the divisions. But as he said in his post-fight interview, when he was a member of Team GB, he was sort of near the super middleweight weight. So even though a lot of us, myself included, wondered about him at super middle, his punch resistance was extremely good. He's always had a steel jaw. He has been on the floor a few times, probably because he's got this, cavalier attitude where it's all pressure. I mean, I wouldn't say he was the most subtle of fighters. He might not even be the most skilled of fighters, but my God, he's tough. And he's not without, some technique. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't box. He can box, but it's all about strength and pressure. And he deserved to pick up this English super middleweight belt against a champion who had lost his belt on the scales. Mark Dickinson was, I think, 5 pounds and a bit overweight. So Troy didn't mind, didn't bother him. Yeah, come on, we'll fight. This was his debut at 168. Dickinson has sort of fluctuated between middleweight and light heavyweight. So I don't know whether it's a discipline thing or whether I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. But it's not that surprising that he missed the weight. But it is quite surprising that he got knocked flat by Williamson. Williamson now moves to 21 wins with 15 KOs. He's got 4 defeats, and all 4 of those defeats have come in his last 6 fights. He's got a draw in the mix as well. He lost 3 on the bounce. He's never been stopped. His last fight was against, it was his last fight against Jahai Tucker. He lost a unanimous decision. He was on the floor in rounds 2 and 8 then, I think. He'd also floored by Mason Cartwright in a British super welterweight title fight. He got floored early in the second round, I think it was. But he got up to win that fight. He didn't beat Tucker. Tucker outpointed him. Ismail Davis outpointed him over 12. Agyarko scored a split decision over him. 2 fights before that, he lost his British title to Josh Kelly. So he needed the win, especially at 34. And he got it. And this was a grueling, tough fight. And Dickinson, for the first couple of rounds, Dickinson began really well. And he kind of shook Troy. Troy sort of shuddered. And you were thinking, when Dickinson was fresh anyway, you were thinking maybe he's too big, maybe he's got too much power for what you would think would be the naturally smaller man. I have to say, Williamson didn't look that small at super middle. He looked bigger, obviously, but he looked well conditioned. And as the fight went on, Williamson's constant pressure, constant forward movement, even though he was taking flush punches and sort of, like I say, shaking and then just coming straight back. He took a couple bang on the button, and Dickinson, who came in with an 8-1 record, must have been thinking, blimey, this bloke's, I'm hitting him cleanly. He's not meant to be standing up. There again, in 8 wins, Dickinson's only got 2 KO victories. So I don't know about Dickinson. I mean, he's tall for the weight, 6'2" for super middle. So he's got the dimensions, the height. He's 26, so you could say he's. I always think that age, you sort of, if you're not at your peak, you're nearing your peak. Some people mature late, some people mature early, but when you consider he won the English title from off Reece Farnell, he won a 10-round decision. This was over 10 rounds as well, this fight with Williamson. His only defeat previously was to Kazuto Takisako, and that was a unanimous 10-round decision in that aborted Japanese prize fighter tournament. You remember that? That sort of, I think it was with Matchroom and Tycoon Promotions. They were doing it. I think they've got rid of it though. But if he took Williamson lightly, and I think he probably did, then he was made to pay. Because he did say that the older man, 8 years older, in fact, at 34, Williams is, he did say, well, he's kind of a gatekeeper at this level, and that's a bad mentality to have. And Mark Dickinson, the chickens came home to roost with him. I'll tell you that for nothing. because as the rounds drew on, you just got the feeling, Williamson with that pressure, he always does it. Sometimes he just doesn't fire enough punches, and there were rounds in this fight when I'm thinking, you need to throw more punches, mate. You've got to win. You're the away fighter. You've got to, you've lost 4 of your last 5. This might just be last chance saloon. There's a belt on the line. There's a good little springboard to maybe a British title fight or a Commonwealth title fight. But my God, he pulled it out in the 9th round. There was a sort of, I don't know, he's a orthodox fighter, Williamson. So it's this throwaway jab, and then he brought the right hand over, and it landed bang on the cheek right here of Dickinson, and put him flat on his back, looking up at the lights. Now Dickinson got up, but sometimes you can be concussed, but your eyes still look like you know where you are, if you know what I mean. His body language kind of didn't look great. The referee had a look at him and said, "Okay, go into it, get on with it." And then Williamson moved forward, and he landed another slap bang overhand right on the side of Dickinson's head. And the referee jumped straight in. It was a good bit of refereeing, actually, because I think that despite the fact that he wasn't absolutely wobbling all over the place, that Dickinson was probably more hurt than he perhaps looked. And certainly he was, woozy and staggering a little bit, swaying in the wind a bit when he went back to his corner. So I think the referee did actually a very, very good job. Ref was Reese Carter, by the way, just in case you're wondering who it was, whether it was one of the usual suspects. No, this guy did well. And a great win for Troy Williamson. And Dickinson at 26 can come back, but you can't take these tough, battle-hardened veterans who have got big knockout percentages. You can't take them easily. They won't give you an easy night. You've got to be on it. And maybe missing the weight by such a large amount did show a lack of discipline or a lack of motivation. I don't know. But one person who's got the motivation is Williamson. He's got a new team around him, and he said at the end during the post-fight interview, he said, "Come on, Matchroom, get your pen out. Write me a big check." He deserves it. Former British champ. Now he's a super middleweight English champ. Give him a shot at the title. Give him a shot at the belt. Why not? So, did you see this fight? It was a good one. It's a good old tough punch up. I liked it a lot. Enjoyed this fight a lot. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Please, if you like the video, hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. You know it makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I will catch you later, and bye for now.